What's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Now, I promise you guys a great show with a lot of truth, with a lot of people. Hopefully, they all make it. But I do have someone here right now that I really, really want to introduce you guys to. The guy that I've been sharing his artwork, his posts, and everything that you've been seeing, Brian Culpepper. He's amazing. I'm about to bring him on screen.
Thank you.
What's going on, my boy?
Chicken back, family. How you doing, man?
Man, you know I can't cry, bro. I cannot cry, but your artwork, first off, is amazing, brother.
Thank you, man.
Straight
I appreciate that.
You're dope.
Yes, sir.
Even more so, just as beautiful and just as powerful as your artwork is your voice. And the other day, you was dropping some bombs, bro. Some bombs.
Right.
I want you to go ahead. I'm about to give you the floor. I'm about to drop out. And I need you, my brother, to go right ahead and start speaking some truth to these people. Let them know about some of the things that me and you was going back and forth the other night talking, and you enlightened me on some things that I didn't even know. What? Before we get into that, I'm gonna bring in these other brothers real quick because they just popped on too. I'm gonna introduce them.
Okay.
All right. So right here we got Mr. Trey Vietnam, and then we got Street Light Sean. All right, these are some more brothers gonna drop some.
What's happening?
Salute, Street Lights.
What's up, brothers?
What's going on, man?
What's going on, Street Light? What's up? What's up, Trey Vietnam?
All
right.
Pleasure to meet you, family.
All right, so we about to get into this real quick. I'm gonna start it off with Brian, y'all, because Brian has some heat that he was dropping the other day. So I'm about to give you the floor real quick, Brian. Oh, you know what? We got my man Black Rant for Liberty. He's also on. So we're gonna have a great discussion tonight. I cannot wait to get into it. Whose mic is that? Okay.
Brother, I can hardly hear y'all.
It's all good.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and give the floor to Brian real quick, and y'all will be back. All right.
All right.
Brian, go right ahead, man. Share your truth, bro. Share some of the stuff that you was talking with me about as far as Black Lives Matter going, why they really came out the chop, who they got the name Chop from, and what they've been doing, and how they really feel about us when they see a masculine male that happens to be black out there.
All right. Let me get into it. First of all, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Brian Culpepper. What I do is Illustradio, cross between comic book, Japanese animation, and graffiti. And I love to do it how I love to do it. You know, I'm a street cat, so I love to do it on the street. And this is my station. But enough about that. Let's get right into it. Okay. I was one of the people. I'm from Seattle, Washington. Y'all know we've been on the news for shutting down the police precinct and making them pack up and run. Actually, though, it was something else going on. Now, when they threw the money at me and I started doing my artwork in this zone, I've been doing this here for 8 years. And I'm not going to lie to you, man, I was ignored. There's still people that walk by to this very day that walk by and act like they don't see all this stuff. They turn their back to me. You see that? They turn their back to me because they have a problem with being a strong black masculine man and being attractive and doing my thing with my jewelry on and everything. They have a way with not inviting me to the party. They want to use me for a party favor, but not invite me to the party. I've been here for 8 years and it's been like that until the Black Lives Matter movement happened, and it was in style to be nice to a black man and support a black business for about 27 days. Then came day 28. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you how money works and how power works and how you got agitators and provocateurs, okay? They was coming there. They was giving me lots of money for my pen, and they was giving me recognition. They was making me feel a part of the Black Lives Matter movement. They had me thinking that it was about me until I hooked up with a woman named Star Walker, who enlightened me to the proposal, the written up report of how Black Lives Matter started and who it was started by. She showed me that it was actually founded by 2 women and a third woman that actually had this idea to dismantle the nuclear family. Now, when she said this, I said, what is the nuclear family? It sounds like a bomb to me. When you use the word nuclear, see, they use little trick words and phrases so you don't know exactly what you're looking at. What the nuclear family is, for those that don't know, is the traditional family where the man is the man of the household, he's the provider, and he has his children looking up to him, and he's providing for his family, he's doing his thing. Their mission, basically in writing, and I was gonna have Star on here with me to explain it more, basically in writing they were saying is to get rid of the male nucleus, the male nucleus of the family, the male household. And if this is having Black Lives Matter on it, that means they're attacking the black family. They want this for the black family. They want to replace the male household head with the transgender. And like I said, I want to make this very clear. This is not anything against my transgender friends. This is not anything against my gay friends. This is 3 women. I'm talking about 3 women that started this. So let's be clear. Let's keep it 100, man. This movement was never for us. And I find that very strange, and I find that disheartening because they're using our pain and our struggle. They're using our fallen, our dead that was murdered by the police to say we care about you. But let me tell you the personal experience. The whole time this protest was going on, you got all these people with these signs and this riot gear breaking windows and starting stuff in the name of our pain. You can't shout words that we live by and play with it, because when the shit goes down, you'll be like, they did it. Quote from Mobb Deep, shout out Prodigy, shout out Havoc. Look, I'm gonna say like this, bro. I am the person that's been here for 8 years. I've been in this community, and we're gonna get into about the community what I told you last night, Cash. But let me just finish this. It gets deep. They're walking up here with their signs and everything, and I can show you. If you look at the field behind me, they was posting up in the field behind me, but nobody was coming over here and giving me any embrace. These cats got Black Lives Matter signs, but they scared to look at my general direction. And I was hot, man. I was pissed off about it. Like, what is this? This is crazy. When I talk to them, or look, I'm talking about when I'm sitting here drawing a cartoon at that desk, and I reach for a marker, they're spreading out and walking away like, oh, don't talk to me. And I'm like, how the fuck? How could you say Black Lives Matter when you don't? And then when this knowledge was bestowed upon me, it all made sense. I wasn't just jumping out the window with something that somebody told me and was like, people was like, how did you know? This is the most thing that angered me the most. When I told other Black people about this, hey man, did you know how Black Lives Matter started and how they want to get rid of the nuclear family and everything? Their reaction was, yeah, man, you didn't know? No, fuck all that. Screw me knowing and you knowing. Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you hit the you post a gang of videos?
Okay with it is even a better question. Like, why are you okay with that? What makes
why are you okay with it? Like... And so I started to think, Cash, either you're hella ignorant and you don't care. No, hey, what's going on, baby? Either you're hella ignorant and you don't care about your own people, or you lying to me and you acting like you a know-it-all. You acting like you already knew and I ain't telling you nothing new. Either way, it's bad news, man. And I was mad about somebody just said that to me today. And I damn near screamed on him. I said, man, did you know this? Did you know that? Oh yeah, man, that's why I'm behind it. Nah, man, that ain't cool. Cause you'll spend all of your time trying to get likes from broads you ain't gonna never meet or never see. You'll put all your energy into that, but you won't take 5 minutes out your day to explain to people that, hey man, they're using our pain and our struggle and our fallen dead to get money to give to Act Blue. What is Act Blue? Act Blue is the very organization that's been pocketing millions, billions even off of the Black Lives Matter movement. Not the movement. Let me be real clear about something. There's Black Lives Matter, the movement, about the people that feel in their heart that our lives matter and that they need to put their bodies on the line for it.
And then the organization.
We're not speaking against them. What we are speaking against is the organization. Get that clear. There's a movement, then there's an organization. Now, everybody in the movement, don't get me confused, because I'm not Kanye West, and I'll whoop your ass for free if you come over here trying to Kanye West me out. I'm right here on Broadway and Pine. I don't want to come off like a tough guy, but I see the people.
Hey, I feel you. You're angry. You've been out there. You've been dealing with them and how they've been making you feel. And real quick, before we bring everybody else on, I want you to explain to them real quick about how they made you feel when the brother came over there, when you said across the street over there in that one park. You say that he was walking over there and you was like, what's going on over there? It was like, bro, they hate us, bro. They don't fuck with us, man.
So in this field back here, you had about 5 Black men, and I'm not gonna refer to them as tokens or nothing like that. These are real brothers that really felt like this movement was for them, and they was putting their heart and their strength on it and their life on the line. You know what? I wouldn't talk to them. I'm a businessman, so I'd be like, hey man, keep all that shit over there. Anything you come over here screaming and making people feel uncomfortable, I'm gonna deal with you. But I wanted to talk to my brothers, and I seen them moving the movement with them. I thought that's what I seen. And when I asked them, hey man, how are you guys being treated? How are you guys being treated? They said they hate my guts. They said that to me. They said these motherfuckers over here, these white folks with these signs and these so-called liberals and these so-called activists, they hate my guts. They don't want me to get the bullhorn. They don't want me to get the mic. They want to let the gay lady speak. They want to let the white boy speak. They want to let the Chinese dude speak. And they hate our guts. They don't want us to never get the mic. And then we do get it, they spread out and that's like, oh man. And that's why when I found out what I found out about the BLM, the organization, I found out that it's really real. They want to keep us off the scene. They want to vote us off the island. Like I said, they want to use us for a party favor and not invite us to the party. And I got a problem with that. You're not about to stand on words that I live by Hold on. Let this police car go by. Hold up. It's the chop. It's the chop. It's still the chop. They still doing their thing. But I'm gonna say like this, man. They did not feel embraced, and they was mad. And then that's when I started getting mad. That's when I started tripping. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I assaulted a couple of people over here with white male rage that sat right over here behind me on that little brick bench back there. And they got back there screaming and cussing. Hold on. Here they go with this. Come on, get up out of here with that shit, man, please. Hey, yeah, so listen. They sat back there and started woofing. Man, F this and F that. And these are people that are angry that the tension is even on black folks, even though it's a deception. They didn't know it's a deception, so they thinking that it's about black men, and they're mad. They come over here with their white male rage, and they sit behind me and be talking that crazy shit. And I told them, hey, man, get up out of here. He got to talk about F you, man. You don't own F and ish and all this other stuff. Pow, I slapped him. Let me show you my security message. I fucked up.
Hey, can't barely hear you, bro. You covering your mic up.
People that say they for the movement, but they're attacking me. The only black man out here with a business that's trying to do something positive. These are my security measures. These are my security measures. Nope, it's not a gun. Nope, it's not a billy club. This is a pair of old beat up sketchers that I'll use to put on to deal with you accordingly if you come over here with that hostility. And what I'm saying to you is, what you didn't know about the chop, it was first called the Chaz. This community, this Capitol Hill community that's so famous now.
Yo, Brian.
They named that Capitol Hill autonomous zone.
Yo, Brian.
With no law, with no governing, no, you know.
Yo.
Changed it to the chop, the Capitol Hill. Oh yeah, go ahead.
You covering your mic up, brother. You keep on covering up your mic. You was covering up your mic. It was hard to hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but you was covering up your microphone. It started getting a little.
Yeah, turn your mic on. Your mic ain't on.
You can't. Yeah, my mic's on.
Your mic is on?
Yeah.
Man, they might be doing this. Hold on, man.
Let me bring in Black. Yeah, okay. All right, he'll be back. But basically, I'm about to bring in these other brothers, but with him, what he was trying to say is over there, even though they was Black Lives Matter, right? It was Black Lives Matter. It's what it was supposed to be. They out there supporting saying Black Lives Matter. But it was only what he was basically trying to say is the only Black lives that was mattering over there was either the Black women or the Black trans. They weren't giving no love to the masculine Black male. They was giving love to the trans Black male or trans Black female. And it gets deep. We're going to talk more about that later on tonight because he got a lot to say, trust me, and you all want to hear what he got to say. That brother is intelligent, and don't get it misunderstood just because he's coming off, you know what I'm saying? Like, normally that's our demeanor. That's just how it's not like we yelling at nobody or we're not mad at nobody or nothing like that. But, you know, when you see how I get when I get passionate in my videos, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. And he's over there in a place where he's got this brilliant artwork. He's got a brilliant talent. And then these people that are out there trying, supposedly saying they're going to support him, they ain't showing him no love. You feel me? And that ain't right because the brother got talent and he's a Black life. So why not support his life? Why not support what he's doing? Instead, they outcast him and leave him like he ain't shit. And I ain't like that. That's why I reached out to him because, brother, your life matters to me. So real quick, Brian, hold off in the back real quick. I'm about to bring in Black Ram for Liberty. What's up, brother?
What's up, sir? Thank you for bringing me on.
How you feeling, man?
Get my camera's clean. Thank you, sir. I appreciate being on here. What
real quick, bro. Real quick, I just want you to tell the people a little bit about yourself and how you feel about Black Lives Matter, and you know, just overall, with everything that's going on. Speak your truth.
All right, so I'm probably one of the weirder, stranger type people that you're probably gonna have on this show. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I have been basically a woke truth seeker for about 20 years. 9/11 happened and boom, everything that I had learned from books that my father was telling me when I was 9 years old just instantly clicked in my head. And I was thinking to myself, when I saw those towers come down, this is a fucking movie. That's what I thought in my head. This is a movie. And then I go home later that night, they're looking for Osama bin Laden. And I'm like, nothing really made sense to me. That was the beginning of my journey. And now here we are coming full circle where now it is commonplace to be a conspiracy theorist. Let me tell you this. Black Lives Matter was originated by a man called George Soros. We all know that, but we don't know necessarily that George Soros helped a Nazi go around and steal gold from Jews in Hungary during World War II, during the time of the Nazis. This man accumulated his wealth by stealing from other people, stealing from other Jews. The man's a Jew himself. He doesn't give a damn about black people. He set this up to steal from black people. His plan is to wipe black people off the planet. He, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, all the Bills, all these billionaires want to take black people out of the game. But what's the best way to do it in a scientific 21st century manner? The best way to do it is to get right next to you, make you think that they're your friend, make you think that they're your ally, make you think that they want you to go out and do the things that make you feel good, blow off some steam, burn that building down, break a church, do whatever you want to do. But I'll tell you this, it's not our people that are doing it primarily. It's not our people that are, signaling the alarm or making the green light go. It is Antifa, it is George Soros, it's the directives coming from these groups that are highly organized, well-funded, and the money trickles on down. If you look back to when there were the Ferguson riots, back when they were just formulating BLM when Obama was still in office. They had the head. What do you want me?
I'm listening. You okay? Go right ahead.
They had the head guy who was in BLM, the right hand man, basically the figurehead of BLM. He was a black guy. George Soros put him up in a $500,000 house and was paying him 6 figures a year to do what? To instigate black people, to commit suicide against ourselves. They know that, like the brother was just saying before, the nuclear family is where the strength comes from. We know that the nuclear family in the black community was the first thing that they destroyed. Back in the 1950s, the black family had a high rate of legitimacy. The black father was always in the home. Then what happened? LBJ, Lyndon Baines Johnson, came in with his Great Society and started taking everything away by saying, if you want welfare, if you want to be on the government,
you got to get rid of daddy.
You got to get the man out the household, honey. And then what did they do? They got together in the early 90s and really pushed gangster rap culture on us when it was not that culture. The big six corporations got together who own the prison industrial complex, got together and really started pushing NWA, Dr. Dre. They pushed all that stuff on us.
Anything to get us to kill each other, to kill ourselves. That's what they did. They switched our mind frame. They hypnotized us and told us, no, this is how a black person is supposed to act. Yes. This is how you're supposed to be. You're supposed to want to kill each other and love this money and get these women. That's what you're supposed to want to do.
And this is the thing. They're so scientific. They know how we think. They know that we love to have 5, 6 women with us. We're kings, man. They know that's how we already like to live, like we did back when we were in the motherland, having our women around us and their babies. But they take it and they say, you're not a man unless you sleep with a woman, get her pregnant, and then leave and go with another woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's the culture. Wet ass pussy is not going to build a better home and a better generation. Wet ass pussy is going to keep Planned Parenthood in business because every time they sell those fetal tissues, they get a Ferrari.
I hear you, man. All right. I love your truth, my brother. And we're going to keep on having this discussion. Let me introduce everybody real quick to Trey Vietnam.
Thank you, man.
No problem, bro. I'll bring you right back. Culpepper, you hold on, my brother Brian. I'm going to bring you right in. Streetlight Sean, I got you, bro. You coming in next, all right? Okay. Trey, your internet. Oh, no, Lord. Okay. Looks like he's having a little trouble with his internet. So we're going to bring in Sean. What's going on, Sean? How you feeling, brother? You got to unmute your mic first.
I'm great, bro. Anytime I can rap with you, bro, I'm great. I'll
talk to the people. Talk to the people a little bit, man.
Street Lights, how y'all doing? I'm Sean, 31. I'm a single father of a 3-year-old, almost 4. Man, I'm here because, man, this street light movement moved me in so many different directions. Like, this is really what the whole Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter and Blue Lives Matter. This is like one movement for all of us. We don't have to say BLM anymore. We don't have to say All Lives Matter. We don't have to say Blue Lives Matter anymore. We could all be street lights. This is the movement, and hopefully soon to be organization worldwide that actually pushes people to keep the positivity going, the unity going. And, you know, the slogan says it itself. You know, you got to be the change that you want to see in the world. And
That's right.
That's what I like about this movement that separates itself from the BLM movement and everything else, because, you know, they want to marginalize you in another movement. This one, you can, it's for everybody. It's for
Get to be
everybody.
you.
And it's really the most positive one. Not out here trying to promote violence, not out here trying to promote more crime. You know, we all out here
No.
trying to, you know, gain camaraderie with each other from all different types of ethnicities and backgrounds and everything like that. And
All day.
man, I'm all for it, man.
I appreciate you, my brother.
Yes, sir. We gonna
All
get
right.
this tonight.
You already know it's going to be a great discussion. I got one more to introduce you guys to, and then I'm bringing everybody back on screen, okay? All right, we're going to bring in Trey Vietnam. What's going on, my brother?
What's up, man? You can hear me? We good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That's good, man. Nigga, I left the whole crib, man, to look for a better, some better.
I hear you. Hey, go ahead while we got you, bro. Speak your truth, man. Talk to the people about some of the things that you talk about. First off, where you from, an hour, and we're going to get into it deeper about how racist America is not, and you have proof of that. But I want you to go ahead and talk to the people a little bit about Black Lives Matter, about yourself, how you feel about it all. Go for it.
So basically, man, look, Black Lives Matter is a sentiment that we could all get behind because it all makes sense. A lot of white people think that shit makes sense too. But the problem is that the movement, it's been hijacked, man, like a lot of grassroots movements, or they always get hijacked. You know, and when it comes to Black Lives Matter, man, their method of hijacking and destroying the positivity that should have been behind something so wholesome like that is for them to manipulate it and make it look so crazy and so niggerish and so wild and unorthodox that people that want to support it is going to recoil at it, even black folks like we doing. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was meant to do that, man, to kind of spoil the sentiment, man. Maybe forever, man. We might not ever recover trying to stick up for what we need to stick up for because they tainting the whole image, man. They doing a lot of crazy stuff, man, to make it look crazy, man. And niggas don't even really, like, we don't even really want to bug out like that. We never bugged out like that. To me, I think there's a racial grudge going on in this country that's genuine. Like, black people got a real beef with the racial tension in this country, and it's legitimate. So based off that, they say, man, we're going to take that shit and hijack it. They'll never get this shit back. We finna throw this shit in the river. They never going to recover this. And I feel like Black Lives Matter I think they're trying to spoil the whole idea, man. We weren't bugging out like this, ready to go to war like 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And all of a sudden, we this mad that we this crazy. I don't believe that, man. There's something wrong with that. You know what
I hear you.
And I believe they're pulling it on purpose, man. And when it comes to these white boys with these guns, you know what I'm saying, they want to make them all look racist. That way, if all the white boys that's fighting for gun rights and standing up to the government are really crazy racist white boys, and niggas need to recoil at the idea of a firearm because black lives are supposed to matter, but it's black on black crime. If everybody is recoiling at everybody else with a gun, we ain't gonna never stand up for no revolution.
Facts.
And
Facts,
that's what
bro.
they want us to disarm ourselves so that nobody trusts the white boys and niggas don't want to fuck with guns, and now ain't nobody really got no legitimate gun to fight the government. That's what they want.
Well, you know, that's true. But see, that's the great thing about street lights, and not only that, but the awareness that we're bringing to the people. And because the awareness that we're bringing to the people on my end, you see, with street lights, I've got black, white, brown, yellow, red. It doesn't matter. We've all already came together and said, look, I got your back. You got my back? Yeah, I got your back. All right, we in this together? Yeah, we're going to fight for all of our rights, right? Yeah. Anybody stand against you, I'm going to stand against them because your life matters to me. Just like Brian said. He said, forget saying Black Lives Matter or all lives matter because of the opposition. No, how about my life matters? And if my life matters, then your life matters to me if my life matters to you. You get what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
All right. Hell yeah. So I'm gonna drop you off. I'm gonna drop you off to the back, and then I'm gonna bring everybody back in. All right. So now we're about to get into this discussion. I want you guys to hear from Brian again because Brian in particularly, he has a whole lot of truth of why this shit happened the way that it happened over there in CHOP. All right. For everything that happened over there, that brother can break it down to you and let you understand and know why it happened and what they was really doing over there. They weren't standing up for black people. They weren't out there supporting black people. They weren't out there because Black lives really matter. That's not what the hell they was doing over there. Because if it was, then they would have loved not just that brother, but all the other brothers that was over there that are strong black men like me and all the other panelists that you see on here today. They won't stand up for you. They don't. You notice they don't show up and care about no black men. They always got a woman that's out there speaking about some extra crazy shit. They telling people to protest or telling people to riot and loot. Then if it's not that, then they speaking out for the LGBTQ community, which is all good and well. We all have our rights, and we stand up for everybody that have freedom of rights or everything like that. But it's supposed to be a Black Lives Matter movement focused on Black Lives Mattering, but that ain't been the case. They only show up to take money and the race bait. And what they did over there in CHOP is a perfect example of how they manipulate people. And I'm going to let him tell you exactly why they chose CHOP. Brian.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay,
the floor is all yours, bro.
All right. First off, I got to slow down because you understand that I'm on the street here. I'm really like doing my art thing here, and I'm getting approached by people online that didn't see all of these followers that were coming in and letting me unite them, and they were attacking me somewhat like Kanye West, and I'm not the guy. And and you know what? This brother right here, Black Rant, when he spoke calmly and intelligently, I said to myself, "Oh man, I'm doing exactly what they want me to do. I'm coming off with the rage and the anger, so it's kind of shorting out the message. So let me calm down and speak intelligently, like how I was raised."
Oh no, you good, bro? You good?
First off, man, yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate Street Life. I appreciate Trey Vietnam. I appreciate you, Cash, and I appreciate you, Black Rant. Now that I'm calm and I can speak cordially so people can hear what I'm saying, this CHOP zone that you know as CHOP zone and Chaz zone or whatever they want to call it, you know what this is? This is the LGBTQ community. This is the gay community. Look at it. Look at this. Do you see that behind me? You see that behind me? See, they didn't tell you that. They didn't tell you that. They didn't tell you that this is the gay community, this the LGBTQ community. They made it like it's just an island that we took over as Black Lives Matter, and we just chose to do it here because, I don't know, just because. But no, let me tell you something. A lot of investors came to me and said, you know what? I've got money from investors that want to give money to the Black Lives Matter cause, but they just don't feel comfortable putting it in the hands of black people. So me as a gay woman, me as a whatever, a native or a white woman, me as a white man, I'm gonna get the money from them and I'm gonna divide it all around and see where it goes to. But I've been doing this here for 8 years. I've been doing this here while it's been the CHOP zone the whole time it began to the time it ends. And what I want you to understand is that there was nothing given to me. You know what was given to me? A half fair shake. People were coming up to cure their own conscience so they could feel like a liberal and supporting my business, which is something they should have been doing the whole time. Okay. Now, what did that do to me? That faked me out. That made me think that the Black Lives Matter movement was for me. And you know what I did with my strength? What I did with my aggressiveness, I protected the Black Lives Matter movement like a guard dog. Like, you better not mess my money up. And when other black people came to the CHOP, because they were far and few, when they did come to the CHOP, and these were black men from the hood, they came to the CHOP where I was sitting right there on Pine and 11th in the middle of it all, very comfortable. And they said to me, Pep, man, Culpepper, man, what's happening, man? And then I hear about white folks and they partying. My approach was, oh man, bro, you're tripping, because they had attached the money. They threw the bag at me. They threw a half-ass bag at me. They were supporting my business and they were buying stuff, but I didn't know it was all just because they wanted to be involved in something that they thought was going to make them seem like a liberal. And with that, I attacked my brothers. I was like, hey man, you ain't done nothing with your life but do drugs and chase booty. So who are you to come over here and attack the Black Lives Matter movement? And man, I felt bad about that, man. That made me, when I look back and I seen, it was, I rolled past a couple of nights ago, I rolled past the corner and I seen a man in a full-fledged Barney dinosaur outfit. You can go back and watch the video, holding the Black Lives Matter sign. And that's when I said, hey man, y'all play too damn much. This ain't y'all play too much. And I was upset, and I said I wasn't gonna spill the beans about the write-up of the report of why they started Black Lives Matter until I had the facts, because I didn't want to go on an emotional rant. You can see I'm a little bit emotional. I'm an artist, that's what I do. But I wanted to have the facts for you. But when I seen that dinosaur on the corner with the Black Lives Matter sign and seen how much of a circus it had become, I spoke out and I reached a lot of people. And then with the help of Cash Kelly, with the help of PT News, they broadcast that message. And the thing about it is, that's all I've seen in the Black Lives Matter movement. I seen actually women came up to my stand and said, man, that black guy over there, he just wants to boss us around. He wants to do everything. And I've been sexually harassed and I've done everything. And I'm thinking like, that's awful, man. This is supposed to be, that's like a black man fighting another black man at the Million Man March. But I didn't know that I thought that they were trying to take over our movement. Like, yeah, Save the Whales matters. Hold on, man. I'm very busy. I'm online streaming, bro. I'm live streaming. Just a minute. Hey, so no, not just a minute. Just come back later, bro. I'll holler to the minute. Hey, so the thing is this. Listen, I thought they were hijacking our movement. Come to find out, it never was a movement built on the foundation of helping us anyway. As a matter of fact, it was made to eradicate us and take us out of the home. So when I found that out, I went off. And a lot of people out there that would like to tell that truth, that weren't black men, that weren't black, they weren't able to because they'd be deemed, he's racist. No, man, that movement is racist. And I'm the person, they're using my face, they're using my pain, they're using my dead. You know, it's just like the things in Africa when they say, give a starving child a chance, and they got the flies crawling on his eyeballs and he's looking real pathetic. And you send your money out there and it goes to somebody like Soros. Yeah. They got houses on the high rise getting fat off of that money, and where it's supposed to go to, it never got to. And I'm from the communities out here that are black. We ain't never got a dime from none of this. It's going to Act Blue. And I just want everybody to realize, to wake up. And yes, I started my own movement. I started my own thing called My Life Matters, because I put my face on it. You need to be familiar with who you're talking to. Don't lose sight of the movement. You know, I have a picture over here, and I'm going to show it to you. And then I'm going to shut up because I know I'm talking a little bit too much. I'm a little long-winded. I used to be a rapper, so I'd be doing that. So just a minute. Let me show you. This right here is a picture of Trayvon Martin. And this is back in 2015. And you know what I named it? Because I only seen white people making this movement and this march. And I started to feel like it was a catchphrase. It was just something to do. It was something to say. So I named that, quote unquote, Black Lives Matter, quote unquote. And the rest went, nah. How about America might murder me and replace my innocent life with a bullshit catchphrase slogan? Long title, a little bit humorous, but at the same time, this is how I felt. This is nothing new. I'm not doing this for fame. I'm not doing this to say, hey, I could be a Kanye West and I can get everybody to... No, man, this is how I felt the whole time.
Facts. Yo, I got one question for you, Pep. I got a question. Yes. One more thing I need you to talk about for them. You had told me about the story when everybody was trying to interview you, when they first came out there and they brought you up on that high rise and they was talking to you. You thought they was going to interview you about your art, but then they told you something else. They said that they wanted to know how you was going to help out the gay community because of what?
Yeah, because they helped us so much. And I was shocked. I was appalled because all they've ever really done is piggyback our struggle and make it like, hey, man, listen, when I go outside, I can't take this black skin off and hang it on the door coat, my brother. I'm with this all day. My blackness is my activism. I don't have to hold your sign. And why do I got to hold your hand? Have you held ours? You know what this community does? You know what the people up here do? They come here. Most of the people up here ain't even gay. They come here because they're on the run from masculine black males like myself, and they're confused and they think that we're so homophobic that we're not going to be up here. So when they see me up here, they're like, what are you doing here? Did you bring any more of you here? We, liberals, liberty for everybody, but not the black guy like you. What are you doing here? I'm not going to pay attention. I'm going to walk by. And so he took me to that rooftop and he made it like it was going to be about me. I was bragging on my social media. I'm going to have an interview on a rooftop overlooking the chop zone. What a better place to do it. I got up there and none of the questions were about my art. None of the questions were about me as a person. They all were about him being gay in the gay community and what I'm going to do for the gay community, and how he felt like how it was to be black because he was in one of the protesters and they threw a gas bomb at him and he choked a little bit. So he knows the black experience just a little bit. I said, man, me off, bro. I said, man, cut the camera, bro. Let me talk, because I'm not going to wild out on your camera. I should, but I'm gonna be cordial. But you cut this shit right now and come here and talk to me, man. I said, what is this, man? What is this? Why are you asking me these questions? This ain't what you told me the interview was gonna be about. And at first I thought that there was a Black Lives Matter movement. I thought that he's just an angry guy and he just wants to get me on this thing to try to redirect the attention to him because he's jealous because we're getting the attention. Come to find out, it was about him the whole time. It was about his community about the whole time. It was about that rainbow back there. It was about that the whole time. And it was about getting me off of it. And it was about using my black face and my black strength to make it like we've got some kind of alliance. So now we'll just come take the whole thing. And,
bro.
I didn't appreciate that.
You hit that shit on the head. All right. Yo, Pep, you know I love you, bro. I really do. Give me a sec. I'm going to transfer it over real quick to Black Rant for Liberty because I feel like he got something he would need to get off his chest.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, brother. Speak your piece.
Too much. I don't want to interrupt you, man, because
I told y'all he was gonna blow your mind tonight. I told you that brother was gonna blow your mind tonight.
He got boots on the ground experience. He was in the war zone. But what I was gonna say was, what was one of the first things that Obama did when he got in office? Did he give us reparations?
No. He started looking out for the LGBT. Hey, and before we keep going, everybody, understand that we might have people listening like children, so we got to be careful with how we word things. You could cuss, but how you was getting a little, you said the little, wetness. Remember what I'm talking about? We got to be careful with how we say. You could be raw.
My bad. I didn't realize
but we got to be careful, man, on how we say things on here, and also keep it respectful to the people that have. We're not, just so everybody know, we're not against you if you happen to be gay or you a man that want to be a woman or a woman that want to be a man. We're not against that. We're just talking about what this organization has done, and that they claim to be for Black Lives Matter, yet they supporting something completely different. They supporting someone completely different. So go ahead, Black Rant.
Let me just say this, and this will very much so clarify our stance on LGBTQ whatever. The reason why they push the LGBTQ is not because they're so into being gay or lesbian. No. They know that every society and this is some liberal white woman did some research on this and found this true. Every society that goes overboard and has too many lesbian or gay or transsexual people in the society, more people that are heterosexual, that means straight, they have more homosexual people than straight people, the society collapses. Why? Because you stop reproducing, people start getting confused. And it's really just a way to confuse us. Right? So if I approach you as a man, we know how to interact as two men. But if I'm a man and then you're a homosexual man, it changes the dynamic and it starts frying your brain. These people are so scientific. They know exactly what they're doing. So if the goal is to destroy the nuclear family and have us living in little boxes by ourselves, scared and alone of some coronavirus every day until the day we die, the way to do that is to slowly scramble people's brains, slowly disconfigure them, discombobulate them from the way a normal society runs. And that's the reason why. That's why intersectionality is the worst thing that ever happened to the civil rights movement and to Black people. Intersectionality is saying, oh, we all have grievances, right? We all have been abused in some way, whether you're gay or you're Black or you're Indian or you're Chinese. Let's all get together and group our grievances together. And this is what's happening now. And that's why they say the enemy of everybody is the white man, right? I'm not saying that
white. I know. I feel you, but that's bullshit.
That's intersectionality. Look into it and reject it. I'm done. I'm gonna let y'all talk.
All right, let me bring in Trey real quick. Trey, you think you got something that you wanted to add? Are you there?
His mic is muted. You gotta unmute his mic.
Yeah.
You good now? We can hear you.
Okay, good. So look, man, the whole racial divide, man, it go real deep, man. It go all the way where they fear that it might go, man. And that's like a drastic change or revolution to the government in this country, man. That's what I see. And to get out here to test, to see what's really going on out here, to take the social temperature, since 2018, I've been doing AR-15 open carry demonstrations in the middle of Iowa where I live at. I get my AR-15 fully loaded, one in the chamber, a bulletproof vest, my Glock on my side. I even got a bulletproof mask, bro. And I get out here with a sign that say, hug an AR owner. So I can see if I can really get strangers, man, to walk up on me when I'm armed like that to hug me so I can see what's really happening out here, right?
Right.
So many white people support me off top before they even get a chance to hear my message, hear what I'm out there for, what I'm doing. They
What?
from the
Hold on. Wait. You mean they didn't walk up to you and say, hey, nigga, why you got that gun?
Nah, I began hunks, waves, and you
Well,
do
look at that.
From white guys with Confederate flags in the back of their trunks, man.
Because Confederate flag doesn't mean that you're racist. Look at that.
Because really people got to pay attention to like the different levels of ignorance or that the general person has that they can't even define them. For example, and we don't know who we really are as black people because the school didn't teach us shit. They lied to the white people too. The white people don't fucking know nothing. They told them the same lie. You see what I'm saying? So when somebody want to like rock that Confederate flag and stuff, it's like, yo, they might not really understand the significance in that. They might be hypnotized thinking that they're only representing some type of heritage or something. But when they see me out there the way I am, strapped the hell up, man, they hunk from the car. So I ain't never had a white person approach me and say that I was really in the wrong or dangerous because I was black. That never happened. As a matter of fact, I got a naysayer that don't like what it was that I was doing, but he got these crazy political reasons why. And now me and him finna make a documentary about it. So like it go deep. And this is an older white guy. He like 70-some years old. But for the most part, man, I live stream all my open carry demos. I've been doing this since 2018. And all of my videos, man, you see strangers, black people, white people, everybody walking up to me, actually hugging me while I'm out here strapped like that. The police, they numb to me, bro. I used to call them and tell them where I was gonna be at, what I was doing, and what my purpose was, what I look like, and everything, so that they know who I am, right? After a while, I stopped calling them, warning them, telling them that I'm doing anything. I just go out there, bro. And the police have only approached me twice, and they never treated me like I was a rattlesnake or some shit like that. They even show support. I have not been gunned down by doing this over and over and over again since 2018. Strapped the hell up on the streets in the middle of Iowa, bro. I have not been shot at by the police,
bro.
man.
You know how happy that make me to hear that's coming from you, bro. That makes me feel so amazing to see. First off, a panel of strong brothers, man. Strong brothers, not emasculated. Also knowing that the narrative that they push, saying, yo, America hates you, black man. They don't want you to be out here strong. And if you have a gun, they gonna kill you. Matter of fact, if you unarmed, they gonna kill you. But yet in Iowa, this brother goes out armed to the teeth. You feel me? Armed to the teeth, bulletproof mask, bulletproof vest, one in the chamber, walking around. White people come up to him and say, yo, what's up? That's a dope ass gun you got, bro. Police, don't mess with them. I'm surprised.
Deeper than that, they hug me, bro.
They hug them.
Video after video, live stream that I do this on Facebook, that white people walk up and get close enough to hug me, man, without even knowing what I'm doing. They just go, do that shit, nigga. Gun rights. Do that. Do your thing. Because honestly, a lot of them would support a black man who's standing up for gun rights and really recognizing the manipulation in politics. They would support me over a white politician that want to take them guns.
So I got a question. I got a question for you, bro.
They gonna side with me, man.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you feel, and who do you feel then is the blame? And I want to know your stance, because I haven't talked to none of y'all before except for you, Pep, and Sean a little bit on the phone, and you today, right? But I want to know, who do you feel is the problem for this on the Democratic or Republican side, and also how do you feel about this year's election? I want to know that. With you being a proud gun owner and loving your American rights, who you feel should win this election?
Man, really? You gonna take me down like a rabbit hole with this? I'm gonna be real brief about who I am and how I get down. I'm literally an ordained minister, and my religion is voluntarism, which means that anything that keeps people from being free to be who they are, or forcing people into involuntary relationships of any kind for any reason, you still in the freedom of my soul to wander the earth, to figure out my consciousness without being I need to be unfettered in doing that, man. Let me live my whole life until I create a victim. Then you can check me. If there is no victim, there is no crime, and that's my religion, man. So when when it comes to government, I'm an anarchist, bro. I believe in absolute freedom. And anarchy means no rulers. It does not mean no rules. Nature always got some rules for you that you cannot escape. If there is no victim, there is no crime. And if you if you like you mess with somebody's life, threatening them or taking their stuff, you are going to rightfully inspire a violent reaction, and you have to accept that. Everything else, man, especially initiating force of violence like government does, because that's all they do, is wrong.
Okay.
And it's not just wrong legally, man, or
Yo,
socially.
yo,
It is wrong in the soul of the man. That shit is wrong.
you're right. I agree. 100%. I agree. But this is the reason why I'm asking this question, because everything that you said, I agree with that, bro. I agree 100%. And I never really was into politics at all. I hate politics. I've been getting more political and talking about politics more, but it's only been based around this dude that I've been studying and looking into, which is Trump. I don't look at him as a politician because he say fuck you to both sides. He literally be calling out both of them.
Yeah.
And he stands for our freedoms, which is what I love. I appreciate that about him. You feel me? So the reason why I'm asking this is because black people are being swayed to vote for the Democratic Party or Kamala and Biden. They're being swayed to vote for them because they're telling them that they're for black people, when their whole career in politics has been literally caging black men.
Right.
So when it comes down to Trump and Biden, I just want to ask again, even if you're not voting, who would you vote for if you were going to?
What I would like to see happen is that we do 4 more years battling Trump and all his dumbass shit. What I don't want is somebody like Biden in there. But in reality, you know what I'm saying? To me, for anybody to get me to volunteer to submit to their will as my ruler, they gotta have to be God status. If they not gods, I'm not.
No, we ain't got no rulers, brother. We don't got a ruler. We got a president, but we ain't got no ruler.
I hear what he's saying.
Even the authority that the president will have, that's enough. And to me, as soon as I realized that my mama gave me life, but she can't tell me what to do. She can give me advice, but she gave me life and can't tell me what to do. Ain't nobody else got a damn chance in the world. They gonna have to use violence, and that's what. So I can't rock with none of them. If Trump win, that's the lesser of 2 evils, but he can go to hell too. Because to me,
I respect that opinion, my brother.
We all losing no matter who win, man.
I hear you, but we losing a little bit faster if we don't get him. That's all I'm gonna say. Real talk. They fucking us up big time, bro.
Because really, I'm glad it wasn't Hillary. Hillary's so dark and evil, man. I hope Corona take this woman away from this earth, man. Like Corona.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
If Hillary survived that, then Corona's on some bull. This is crazy.
I hear you, my brother. Let's jump over real quick. Let me hear real quick from Streetlight Sean. All right, go ahead, Sean. How you feeling, brother? Talk to him, man.
I'm good, man.
How you feel about all this that you're hearing right now, man? And what would you say about all of this, man? Do you feel like America is super racist? Do you feel like Trump is a bad idea or a good idea? Do you feel like Biden is a good idea or a bad idea? Do you feel like white people hate black people? How do you feel?
All right, I'm gonna say this. Just being me and being who I am, being solid, man, I've been around a lot of great white people, man. I've been around a lot of great white people, and truth be told, like, I mean, now you could they call it bullying, but I mean, you know, we got picked on. I got picked on 5'6", 180 pounds soaking wet now. But like, I mean, I've been the same height probably for almost 20 years. So, you know, I hit my growth spurt before everybody else, and then they overgrew me. And excuse me, a lot of people that would pick on me and stuff were people, my own people. I wasn't getting picked on by white kids. You know, the white kids were actually the ones that were around and giving me a great childhood, man. I grew up in a single parent household, and I was very active, you know, played lots of sports. So I got to be around a lot of white people then. And then, you know, even living in the hood, I had to go, pretty much my school was on where they would consider where the white people were, the west side. Right. And, you know, just being in a lot of the positions I've been in, like being in a single parent household and everything like that. My mom working multiple jobs for, you know, my brother and I to, you know, to hold us down. And man, white people were great to us, man. Like they were great. I mean, like I said, I probably experienced more trauma or hurt from my own people before the white people.
I hear you. So it goes to say that you don't think that America's racist. I hear that. How you feel?
Not America. Now, I mean, people can be, but I mean, at the same time, I mean, a lot of people are like I was talking about with the Confederate flag. A lot of people are probably just confused. It's more of a confusion. Like they were like generational racism. So that's something that they were taught. Do they actually believe it? No. It's because their parents instilled it in them, and a lot of it is from that. But I mean, like I've dated a lot of white women, interracial relationships. I'm pro-black. I love that. That was my way of ending racism right there.
I hear you.
Like from
what about? Hold on, before we keep getting on, because I get it. I get the point that you're making. I'm not trying to silence you. I get what you're saying. White people is good, and you don't. I feel you. But I want to know how you feel about this election, and I want to know how you feel about Black Lives Matter. So let's jump into that.
This election, honestly, like, and I wish like more of our people would actually see it, man. But we don't stand a chance if this man don't win. And I'm talking about the man they call Orange, the man they call the racist one. Not real racist one, the one that they call the racist one, the one grab him by the P. That man, like, we don't stand a chance if he's not in there 4 years. Like, honestly, I think if the only chance they really got right now is if they pull the A word. I don't need to say it, or they rig it with the mail-in votes. And I think they know that. They're getting scared. I mean, just even looking at the numbers from their convention, man, people that would have been interested in it and buying into it, they aren't tuning in. They are hitting the thumbs down on the views and everything like that. And man, they just, like, when I tuned in the other night, they're really trying to push it to the black people. I think they know that to only for them to win, they have to rig it with the mail-in votes, the A word, or they have to get 85% of the black vote. And now more and more black people are waking up to Trump, and I think they are starting to catch on. And they know. But
what about the Black Lives Matter movement, man? Tell me what you feel about them.
Honestly, I think it does more harm to us in our community than it does help us. Like, me being a single father, man, I'm a black father, and I'm a fatherless father. I just said it. I touched on it about a few minutes ago, dude. I grew up in a single parent household, man. So and without a father, and by me being able to be the father I am to my son, that was huge for me.
I heard that.
But I've been in a custody battle for my son like more than half of his life. My son will be 4. I've been fighting for custody for almost 3 years, and it's a lot of it is because of a crooked court system. But at the same time, it a lot of people aren't used to seeing black fathers, and I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because they tried to take us out of the family, but
I hear that, brother.
Through BLM is never when we're in the courts, fighting for our kids. BLM isn't out there like they are every 4 years when somebody gets killed for a cop, or a lot of the other black problems that black people have, man, childhood trauma, our mental health problems. They're not fighting for that. They can only fight for us when we get killed by a cop, and it's not even every time. It seems like every 4 years. Like, literally every 4 years. That's what
you are definitely right, my brother.
And there's a lot of other BLM is definitely turned political, man. Like, I think the only reason why sports are being played right now is because they get to market BLM. And I'm a big sports fan. You see, I got my hat on. I'm a big sports fan, and I haven't really had the interest to watch it since its comeback, because it seems like they're trying to push the BLM narrative. Like, a lot of people haven't even noticed. And I'm about to kill y'all, and then I can hop right back off. What they're doing right now in the sports, like, a lot of people haven't noticed. This is what Colin Kaepernick got blackballed for. Like, they did a deal and everything like that. And now it's cool that, like, LeBron gets to do it. It's crazy. Like, a lot of people haven't even noticed that. So it definitely shows you that it's political. And I mean, like, I seen last night, and I was a huge LeBron fan.
I can't stand LeBron.
Yeah, I'm starting to fall off now because I'm seeing the truth now that these celebrities and athletes are bought out. And
Yeah,
with this point I'm about to make, this is my last point.
go for it.
Last night he had on a MAGA hat, and it had "Make America Great" scratched out of it, and it said, "Arrest the officers that killed Breonna Taylor." Rest in peace, Breonna Taylor, by the way. Um, that was some BS to me. The reason why I say that is because the athletes, they got the money, they got the power, they got the influence. They don't have to be playing sports right now. They're doing it by choice. And if they really wanted justice for Breonna Taylor, they would be out there getting it. They got the money and the power. They would be really out
Exactly.
there, boots on the ground. They using their political powers or whatever and their money to make sure that those cops get prosecuted, and they're not.
You know, you're right, bro, and that really goes into some of the things that me and Anthony we talked about. It's like the people that like the white people that come out and say Black Lives Matter, and they go harder than for Black Lives Matter than some black folks, right? And but the thing is, they only do it in word. And they'll think they doing some shit because they black out their profile picture to say Black Lives Matter or justice for so and so. But what the fuck you actually doing to get out there and show that Black Lives Matter besides, you know, putting your picture as Black Lives Matter? What you really doing? What hoods do you go into and be like, yo, what you need? You need some help? You need a job? Let me take you over here. Oh, you need to do? They don't do none of that shit.
No.
And that's why it pisses me off so bad about Black Lives Matter. But we're gonna move forward. Who am I on right now? Brian, right? Is it back to Brian? Yeah, we back to Brian.
Hey, yo.
Go for it, brother.
Hold on, man. I know you probably want to say the best for last or whatever, man. I don't want to say shit until I hear Black Grant, man, because that brother said something to me that spoke to my heart, man.
It's on you then, Black Grant. Go for it.
Go ahead. Right, yeah. Get that mic, man, because look, I'm going to say one thing before he goes on, though. He's the one that said hip-hop was taken from us when it was something positive and it was geared. And I was there for that, man. I thought that going to the penitentiary was my birthright.
Yeah.
I had a fantasy when I was 14 years old.
I'm from the 55 generation. I wanted to get shot. So
yeah, man, I wanted to get arrested in front of high school. I wanted to get arrested in front of Garfield High School. And the fact that he knows about that and he knows about a lot of stuff that happened. I want to hear his opinion first. I got my opinion already. And I'm going to let you know what it is. But I think we need to get that brother to get the floor, man.
Like I said, I'm 32, man, and I'm looking back and I'm like, I was an idiot, man. I wanted to get shot when 50 Cent came out. Like, what kind of, like, the propaganda is crazy, man. Their ability to send a message, but it's because they know that black boys are like very masculine. We're very aggressive. We're very strong, and they know how to target the programming like that. This is what I wanted to say. I voted for Trump in 2016 because I knew what the deal was. I knew this man was going to win in 2015. I already knew. I'm down for him again. So I have no shame in saying all that. I hear where Trey Vietnam's coming from because I was a libertarian for a long time. A long time. The only reason why I'm voting for Trump right now is because at this point in time, I do not want our country to just splinter into a million pieces. Like, there's a lot of people who ain't ready for it. There's a lot of people who will starve, will die, will get killed, and we just kind of need to stay together. I mean, just cohesiveness. But I will say this about Black Lives Matter, man. The sad part about it is it doesn't really hurt men like me. I'm 32. It doesn't hurt men in their late 20s. Who it hits the most is 17-year-old black boys, 18, 19, 16. They don't even, they're so geared up. They got the testosterone. They watch the movies. They watch the music videos. They're ready to go. They want to prove themselves because we have no more rites of passage. But I'll say this, with the black square that they tried to have on that blackout day, I looked into it. I made a whole video about the esoteric nature of it. And you guys, Jordan,
we could get deep into that.
We can get deep into that, but the black square basically represents Saturn. Saturn basically represents Satan. And y'all basically just posting, I'm with Satan. So every time Black Lives Matter is up there, we're not talking about black skin Black lives. We're talking about black soul Black lives.
Hearts. Yes.
Black hearts. And they want you out there doing black things, not in terms of black people or color.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Do it again. Do it again. Say that to the camera again, bro.
I'm
Drop
saying
that bombshell again.
when you put that black square up there and you support black lives, you're not supporting black skin, black lives. You're supporting black souls. And they want you out there doing black things and getting a black heart. They want your soul, man. This is devil worshiping at its finest. Look at all the Antifa people. The top Antifa people are pedophiles. They're Satanists. They're devil worshipers. And look at the king pedophile, George Soros, all involved with it. They want you posting that black square so that you can salute to their God, not to our God.
Bruh, let me tell you something, man. See, I love this. I need to have you guys on more because I try so hard to stay subtle in the things that I reveal to the people. And you just coming flat out and saying it. But since you touched on it, I want to piggyback off of that. Now, when he's talking about the esoteric nature of the black square and how it goes into Saturn and it goes into Satan, correct. And when he talks about they want you out there doing black things to make like a black soul, right? Think about it. The things that they're having you out there to do. What are the things that they're telling you to do? They're telling you to commit crime, to loot, to steal from people. What's one of the commandments? Thou shalt not steal. They're telling you to go out there and hate the cop because the cop is a racist and he wants to kill you. He wants to kill you. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't hate nobody. You know what I'm saying? And then they're potentially setting young, like you said, it affects the young black men more so because there's no more rite of passage, just like my man said. So what is a rite of passage? Go in there and loot that store. If you really down, go in there and loot that store. Fuck them. They took from us. We gonna take from them. What can happen? That little 17-year-old boy could get gunned down by the police and be the next Trayvon Martin because he got set up to go in there and do something that he feels was right for a cause that's wrong, that wants you to have a black heart, that wants you to have a black soul because they don't care about your black life. Keep going. Go ahead, Rand.
Preach. But just like you said, but even if they don't get killed, think about that man who got killed in Dallas, that guy with the samurai sword who was trying to defend the store. The man is dead. You just got a whole group of people implicated in a murder. For what? For George Floyd? For somebody you didn't really know? I know that man died in a very horrific way. Rest in peace. No disrespect. But now you're going to get thousands of people to give up their lives. This is an interesting thing about Kamala Harris, and then I'll give it up to Brian. Kamala Harris has prosecuted more black men
than the
KKK. And she did it with laws that are similar to Minority Report. Y'all ever seen that movie with pre-crime where you are accused of a crime before you commit the crime? Mm-hmm. He has started to prosecute young black men, brown men, before they even started committing real crimes. They already had a record. She already had records on them and built up cases on them before they even committed a crime. And this is the woman you want as president?
I'm trying to tell you, my brother, keep going, preach it. Keep going, bro.
I'm giving it to Brian because I'm
hey, it's heating up. I think we just created a whole new show here, fellas. I don't know about y'all. I think we got something new that we're adding to the people, and this is the great part about this. All of us have our own unique perspective about these things. You know what I'm saying? Trey Vietnam, my brother, he said he's an anarchist. He don't believe in a ruler. And I understand that. I feel that 100%. But I'm going to try to persuade you to get out and vote, my brother, because even though you feel that way, and I understand that you feel that way, the reason why it's so important for us to vote this year is because if they get it, imagine how many more brothers is going to get locked up. And the gun rights that you love so much, bro, they're going to take them away. Biden and Harris, they're going to take them away. Trump, he loves us having guns, bro. Straight up. That brother, he loves black people. To be real, he's done a lot for black people that they don't show you in the news, that you got to go and dig and look up. But now it's all coming to the surface. All the pictures of him getting awards from the NAACP, the awards that he's getting from different black businesses, from black leaders and things like that. The recognition that he has been gotten since he's been around. You feel me? But they want us to believe that he's a bigot, that he's a racist, he's a misogynist, he's this, he's that. When really, he's been looking out for us since he's been rich. They just don't tell us that.
I met Trump twice in real life. He came to my job before he ran and nobody knew he was running. The energy of the billionaire, like when he came in the room, it was a different, like he was just aware of everything. It was very strange, but I think he's operating on another level, not trying to get too spooky on y'all, but he's the truth, man.
I'm trying to tell you that, bro. I love that brother, man. Real talk. All right, Brian, I'm gonna bring it over to you real quick.
Okay.
Let's get it, bro.
All right.
Drop that truth bomb
Okay,
that I've been
man.
waiting on you
Like
to
I
drop,
said,
brother.
man, see, I'm glad. Yo, I'm glad that I let Black Rant go first, man, because I knew he was gonna have something powerful. And that's what it is, man. They are trying to make you do black things. And I said in one of my posts, Black Lives Matter, the word black don't describe us. We are indigenous aboriginal. There was no land, uncharted territory to us as we was the first people here. So to label us black was already a setup because black already had a definition of its own. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just glad that he put that out there, man. And I'm gonna tell you like this. I want to ask Streetlight something. I'm gonna ask Streetlight something. I want to know where Streetlight is located, man, because I see he got the Mariners hat on, man. And you know, I'm town business all day. Where you located,
Illinois,
brother?
Where they make hella noise. This ass I'm wearing.
Right.
I'm a Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah, man. And another thing.
I'm a lifelong Ken Griffey Jr. fan, and on top of that, I wore this hat because you know my name, but bigger than that, Streetlights.
My brother,
and
I appreciate
the
that.
S it's the letter. How do you spell strength? You can't spell
My brother.
strength without
Thank you, bro. You know, hey, like Sean, I appreciate you, brother, for repping so hard, man. I did not know that when I created this, when I created the Streetlights Unity movement, I did not know that it was going to take the world by storm the way that it did. But I'm so glad to see the impact that it's having on people's lives, and especially yours, brother.
Bro, we are at 1,000.
Oh, this bro. We was at 2,000 the other night.
Yeah, and we getting there, bro. But like this is like I if I'm gonna support something, I'm gonna support something that is about me. I don't represent hate, so I'm not gonna represent a hate group. This is all about positivity and unity. And
hey, my brothers, look, before we get too sidetracked, because I love to talk and I do want to rap, but we've been dropping a lot of heat on everybody, and I want to keep that momentum going. So, Cold Pepper.
They ain't ready.
Pep, Mr. Brian.
Yes. Now I know what you're gonna ask me, and this is what I want to say. What I do want to say. This is what I want to say, man. Being in Seattle, Washington, in the Northwest, it is the Northwest, but I want you to pay attention to the West. This is home of the Crips and Bloods, okay? This is home of the gangbanging. This is where it originated, not like in the Midwest, like how it did with black organizations. Do you want to know? I'm not a Blood or a Crip, but the word Crip, CRIP, stood for Community Revolution in Progress. You know, and then it turned into something else. Then they demonized it and they turned it into violence against each other. But really, it was to protect the community. Now, my whole thing about this vote thing, about Trump and about Republicans and Democrats. Look, man, I've seen enough gangbanging in my life. And we didn't invent gangbanging. The CIA invented gangbanging. You know? And here they are. They're at it again. I'm done with being divisive, brother. I'm done with picking red over blue or blue over red. I'm done with that, brother. And what we got now today is we got Democrats and Republicans, Democrips and Rebloodicans. I say it twice. We got Democrips and Rebloodicans, man. I'm done with being divisive. I have the power and I have the light to unite us all, man. And let me tell you something. When you tune out of that post-Meridian soap opera that they got you following and they got you feeling like it's so, I'm not going to say I don't have enough knowledge on the subject because I tuned out and it made my life great. You wouldn't even know I'm 40 years old. You check out the grays on the side of my waist. You know, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know because I tuned out of stress. I tuned out of that post-Meridian soap opera that they call politics. I tuned out of being upset every time I seen George Bush's face on TV and it made me crumple up. But I didn't know that I was being manipulated by what they show you on TV. And I know what it feels like to be an American target and have the media come after you. You know? They come after you and they make people. So if Donald Trump is supposed to be this big racist, who told me this? CNN? Who told me this? Channel 4, Como. And I'm saying these are the same people that told you I was a super predator and I was coming to snatch your purse and knock you over the head. So I can't really have an opinion on it until I research it, until I get all the beans and all the facts. And right now, what I've done is I've tuned out of that, but I've used my light and my strength to unite people. And if Democrat versus Republican is a divisive, if it's divisive against the American people, I don't want nothing to do with it. I got enough light inside of me to unite them all. And I'm strong
heard
enough
that,
to
bro.
defend myself when somebody tries to come to me and persuade my message and say, I've suffered too long. I've been black in America for 40 years. I've been an American target for 40 years. I'm not going to make anybody else a target. And I'm going to tell you that my life matters. I'm going to tell you that your life matters, man. And I know you need an answer. So let me, I don't know enough about who's in the Democratic Party, who's even running. I don't even know who's running. And I do know about Trump, but I don't know about Trump. I only know what they told me. Who wrote the book on Trump? Who gave you the information on Trump? So a bunch of motherfuckers that I can't trust because they gave you the book on me. And they told you that so no. So I don't know, but I am knowing this. I do see this. I do see people that want to enlighten me, people that want to tell me. So I might have an answer for you in a couple of weeks when I do my research and I have the time to stop drawing cartoons and I have a chance to stop doing illustratio and I look more into it. But I can't tell you exactly what I want to do. And I can't tell you that I don't have the opinion of, oh man, it don't even matter, bro. It don't matter who we vote for, we fucked. I can't tell you that I don't have that perception, and I can't trust that perception because it was a narrative that was given to me by people I can't trust. So,
man, bro, I love you, bro.
Thank you, man. I love you too, brother.
That's 100% about that's what I was saying when people started coming to me and saying Trump's racist. This is the ultimate thing that made me laugh. When people that I know that they ain't got 2 cents to rub together came to me and told me Trump.
It's like, how you know?
And Trump, he lost all this money. I'm like, how much credit card debt? How much is in your bank account? I can't believe it. The media will have people thinking that there's something that they're not. It's like we are going through a cleansing period. Mm-hmm. And this is why it's so difficult right now, because people have to get cleansed of their own delusions, man. That's the real thing that's going on right now. People thinking that they superheroes because they watch Marvel movies. People thinking that they rappers just because they put on a certain type of clothes. People thinking it's just like we've had it too good for too long, man.
Right.
I hear that, man. Look, brothers, yo, I'm telling y'all right now, y'all done got kidnapped. Now, I'm gonna need all of y'all to be coming live with me from now on. All right, yes, I need all of us to be in this discussion, and we're gonna help educate each other on some of the things that some of us don't know, because none of us know everything. I can help you with what I do know, and you can help me with what you do know, and then we can share that knowledge, and then we can keep on waking up people. But that's what the whole thing is, and that's what I'm calling you brothers to do. This is my call out to y'all right now. You feel me? Now, I love y'all, man. Every one of you brothers. I love you guys.
Too, fella.
I appreciate you.
I love you right back, man. I appreciate your strength.
Yo, I appreciate y'all strength, man. But we are stronger together than we are apart. And each one of you guys have something to offer the world. My brother Vietnam, you got something to offer the world as far as your knowledge about these guns and how to carry them and how to be. You know what I'm saying? When you got these guns, and to educate the people on showing them, yo, America ain't racist and guns ain't a bad thing, and the police ain't out to kill you for them. My brother Black Rant, you have a very deep political mind, bro, and I really like that. I love the way that you speak, man. I love the way that you present your topics. I love the narrative behind it. I love the way that you just put it out. My man Pep, bro, you have an artistic strength that I have not seen in a very long time. But the crazy part about it is your art is just as powerful as your voice. You got this DMX vibe about you, brother, that make me just want to listen to you when you talk. Straight up. You're powerful. And I need all of you guys, man. Streetlight. You, man, you're a uniter right off the bat. You're the reason why I even met Rant. You're the one that called me and told me about him and all these other brothers. And bruh, listen, everything that we're doing right now, all of us, we all got a superhero quality is what I was getting at. All right. We got a uniter. We got a voice that's powerful and artistic. And then we have another brother who can break things down to a science to get you to understand the molecules in the talk. You know what I'm saying? Break it down to an atomic level. And then we got right here the warrior, man. We got the warrior that'll teach you how to hold that gun, bust that gun, and show you exactly how to get things done. All right? So, with all of you brothers, I'm going to need all you guys back here again at least once a week for a discussion so that we can keep on educating the masses, man, and maybe dig a little deeper into these politics and dig a little bit more into the things that are a problem within Black America that's dividing us, that's keeping us from being us. You understand what I'm saying? So look, I know I got y'all on mute right now because somebody's clicking. Who Who is that? That's got to be you, Trey. That's got to be you clicking. But it's all good. It's all good. All right, look, I'm gonna take you guys off mute. Go ahead and give your final thought, man. We're gonna get up off here, and you guys stick around because I'm about to give my final thought, and I'm gonna talk to all of you guys backstage. Pep, we'll go with you first, brother. You got a final thought for the people?
For some reason, I can't hear.
All right, it's all good. I'll see you backstage.
See somebody that called my phone during the meeting, and I can't hear nothing now. I wish I could get you to turn your volume up. We out? All right, man. I'm gonna talk to y'all later, man. Much love, man. I'll stay up.
Love.
Much love for the Northwest. I'll let y'all, man. Go.
My man, Streetlight, the Uniter, Sean. What's your final thoughts for the people, man?
Man, this was amazing. I'm glad I could be a part of it. I'm glad my brain could be a part of it, and my hands, man. Like, it's crazy because I saw your viral video, and that's how I got introduced to you. Black Rant, he's the one, like, when COVID hit, he had one that, or it was right after George Floyd, and he had a live that went crazy. Cash, the first time I heard you speak, it reminded me so much of Black Rant, and like all of our thoughts collide, like so perfect. Because
I can see it. I love the brother.
Yeah, like a lot, like in Black Rant, he got the history down to a science, man. He is a wizard with the history. So, like, you know, I'm glad that I could hook this up, like, for real.
Me too.
Like, really, I think you two should go live one-on-one on Facebook tonight. Bring everybody back that's on live with us on Facebook right now, and give them an encore. And this, I'm telling you, I'm seeing 50,000 shares. I'm seeing 50,000 everything. I seen somebody in the comments like, send this.
Oh man, don't trip. I got him. I'm about to. He's coming with me, man.
Well, we know who our manager is now. We know,
right?
but
I got you.
I told Rand earlier, man, because, like, man, this is Trump's last term if he wins.
Maybe. I don't know. See if we can get something passed. Keep that.
We gotta keep the energy going. So I'm willing to run with one of y'all. Let's keep it. Let's keep the path. We're gonna keep the right path going. Keep the world going in the right direction, man. And I will march, and I will support both of y'all on the way to Washington.
I appreciate you, my brother.
Man, for real. And this is
and we love you too, bro.
This is a forever brotherhood. Everybody
all day long.
We love you guys, man. Thanks for tuning in and supporting.
Love you, bro. Thank you for
hooking us up. Brother.
Oh.
All right, man. My man, Vietnam. Go right ahead. What's your final thought for the people tonight, man?
What's that?
What's your final thought for the people tonight? Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Yo, can't hear you. We can't hear you, brother.
You muted, Trey. You muted. No. You still muted.
That connection.
Yeah. Maybe it's his connection.
I'm trying to unmute it. It's telling me I can't unmute it. He got himself muted. It ain't letting me get you, bro. It ain't me. It's all good, man. Look, just know this. Know this. From now on, bro, you on. Whenever you ready, you let me know. I'll have you on. Black Rant, bro.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh man, thank you so much for having me on the show, Cash. I mean, this has been great, man. I'm talking to brothers that, you know, are just a bunch of beautiful brothers up here, man. It's strong, smart, like you said, talented. So I'm very humbled to be here with some more people like-minded, and we're just going straight forward. We can see through the lies, we can see through the bull. We can see it. We've been through it and we've experienced it, and we're not going to allow ourselves or our people to be lied to any further. And now is our time, man. 2020 is the time, man. They're talking on that side, on the left-hand side, as if it's their time to rise up and push all their demonic stuff on us. No. This is our time to push for our agenda, where we want to see a better world, more freedom. So, I mean, like, we'll keep it going, man. That's all I got to say.
I got you. Don't trip. I'm bringing you in, man. I'm gonna talk to you a little more here in a minute, all right? Because I got some things I need to discuss with you. Because I'm gonna need you. All right.
Thank you.
All right, my brother. Hey, you have a good night. All right. Hey, you can hang out in the back. I'm gonna come holler at you in a second. Mr. Vietnam, I can hear you right now, man. You got something you want to say to the people?
Yeah, man. Just RPM, man. That's my slogan. That's my thing. It stands for resist political manipulation. And people need to keep their eyes peeled and just be aware of the fact that social engineering is a real thing, man. Like Sun Tzu, The Art of War, right? In that book, he says the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. You got to expect that they're not going to fight us head up. They'd rather us fight ourselves, man. Just be aware, man, because the potential for us to be getting played is out there. You got to check to be sure you're getting.
I don't know what happened. He just cut out. It wasn't me. My hands are here. I love what he was talking about. So, since he got dropped off of there, that brother's great. All of these brothers tonight were great. I'm so glad that you guys tuned in with me. That was amazing. I think at one point we had almost 1,200 people watching, which is amazing. But you guys, listen, man, I appreciate you for tuning in. The whole point of this show tonight, of what I was trying to do, all right, I was trying to show you a whole bunch of different brothers, right, like myself, not meaning politically. I mean from the same walk of life, same struggles, same strengths, if you will, all right? We would not let nothing, first off, divide us. We would not allow, I'm not going to sit by and allow you guys to believe that we're all the same, or that we're all manipulated or swayed by media or an agenda or a narrative that they push in the news. I'm not going to allow you to believe that what they telling you about all of us with Black Lives Matter, or we wrong for not standing with Black Lives Matter. I gave you the reasoning why people like me don't stand with Black Lives Matter. And it has nothing to do about race. It has everything to do with what they stand for. See, not all of us want to be criminals, because we already were. We've already been there, done did that. Some of us already done moved up out the hood and like, look, I don't even know if I should go back over there because it might be a bad idea, because I know how they get down. People are waking up. A lot more black men in this country are waking up. And a lot more black men will tell you they feel like they don't have a place in Black Lives Matter. Do you know why? Because we don't have a place in Black Lives Matter. Why? Because they're not for us. Now, if we was a black man that put on woman clothes and said that we aren't men, we want to be women, or if it was a woman that wanted to be a man and they happen to be black, oh, they all for us then. They all for us then. They are for LGBTQ rights, which is perfectly fine. But don't disguise yourself as a movement for black people and say that you're here to help black lives. Don't do that, because that's not what you're here for. You made my brother feel unwelcomed and unwanted and unloved in a place where you set up shop and try to use his face for your gain, Black Lives Matter. Yet you weren't there considering his life. That's not what you are about. You got a whole different agenda. You pushing something else that ain't got shit to do with black lives, and definitely ain't got shit to do with black men. So stop perpetrating. Stop using people like me, the brothers that you just seen on this panel, to further your agenda. Because our black strength is not for Black Lives Matter. It's for America. We're Americans. We could give a damn about a movement. Nah, I'm sorry, not the movement. We could give a damn about the organization. I support the people that have the movement heart, that stand for Black Lives Mattering. I support you all day. Black man, black woman, white woman, brown man, brown woman, that say Black Lives Matter, and you mean that in your heart, and you do your best to show that. But for the organization the leaders, the funding, y'all stop using my people. And I don't mean that it's just black. I mean my people, the good people in this country that have something in their heart for that cause. You ain't using me. You're not going to use none of the brothers that you've seen on here today because we waking up. And guess what? I'm going to keep on doing my best to wake them up. I'm going to keep on recruiting, and I'm going to keep on getting strong, like-minded brothers like myself to come and hit you hard over the head every day with content, every day with videos, every day with conversation, every day with knowledge to break the change that you're trying to put on our minds. Shit ain't happening no more, not on my watch. I think I done found my Justice League straight up. So I want to give a shout out to Trey Vietnam. I want to give a shout out to Sean. I want to give a shout out to Black Rant. I want to give a shout out to Brian Culpepper. You brothers, I feel, are going to help me in an important endeavor. This is just the beginning. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next time. Unite, don't fight. Be a street light, because only you can be the change that you want to see in the world. Until then, be looking out for the next video. Catch you guys another time at another place. Stay peaceful.